Continue with the fifth question. The fifth question is defined this way. A function defined by, we are given a function f of x is equal to x when x is less than or equal to 1 and 5 when x greater than 1. The question is it continuous at x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So we are given a function and we are asked to check the continuity of the function at these 3 points 1, 0, 1 and 2. So before solving the problem, let's take the graph of the function. X-axis and y-axis. The function is defined, it is piecewise defined. For the values less than 1, f of x is equal to x. So mark the point 1 in the x-axis. When x is less than 1. So for all the values less than 1, f of x is equal to x. This is the graph. F of x is equal to x. That is y equal to x. When x is greater than 1, f of x is 5. So this is the case. Greater than 1. Of course, your 5 will be, so this will be the point 1 comma 1 because the graph is y is equal to x. When x is 1, y is also 1. So this point will be 0 comma 1. So 0 comma 5 will be somewhere here. 0 comma 5. So for the values x greater than 1, f of x is equal to 5. So this is the graph of y is equal to 5, wherever y is f of x. So from this it's clear the function is not continuous because there is a jump here. It is not continuous. Whereas at the points less than 1, it is continuous. There is no break in the graph for it's continuous. For the values x greater than 1, there also it's continuous because there is no break in the graph. But when x is equal to 1, there is a break. So let's now try to prove this analytically. So here also the problem gets divided into 3 cases. The case 1, when x is less than 1. So when x is less than 1, we have f of x is equal to x because for all the values x less than 1, f of x is x. Therefore, for any c, if you take any c belongs to the interval less than 1, we have f of c is equal to c. And now take the limit. Limit x tends to c. F of x is equal to limit x tends to c. Our c is in the interval minus infinity to 1. That is at the point less than 1. Therefore, f of x will be equal to x. So when you allow x tends to c, limit x tends to c, x is going to be c. So this implies for all c in the values in the interval minus infinity to 1, limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to f of c. This implies f of x is continuous in the interval if x is less than 1. That is what we also inferred from the graph. When x is less than 1, the graph is a straight line which does not have any break. So it is continuous. Similarly, the case when x is equal to 1, case 2, x is equal to 1. Now at x is equal to 1 is the point where the function is split into two other sub-functions. To the left of 1, it is x. To the right of 1, it is 5. So it's better if we compute left-hand limit and right-hand limit to ascertain the continuity at x is equal to 1. So the left-hand limit at x is equal to 1 is limit x tends to 1 minus f of x. By the algorithm to compute the left-hand limit, it is limit h tends to 0 f of 1 minus h. And we all know if x belongs to, for all x in minus infinity to 1, f of x is equal to x. So the function takes x, f of x is x. So f of 1 minus h is going to be 1 minus h. When you allow h tends to 0, it is simply going to be 1. Now let's take the right hand limit. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x. That is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 1 plus h. 1 plus h means the value is greater than 1. Value of x is greater than 1. And by definition of f of x, for all x which is greater than 1, your f of x is equal to 5. Since 1 plus h also belongs to the interval greater than 1, that is 1 to infinity, f of 1 plus h is 5. So it is limit h tends to 0 and f of 1 plus h is 5. So the value is 5. So from this we get the left hand limit at 1 of the function f of x is not equal to the right hand limit at 1 of the function f of x. This implies x is equal to 1 is a, can you recognize what kind of discontinuity it is? To the left, it is continuous. To the right, it is continuous. That is, left hand limit exists, right hand limit exists. Function is also defined. We know f of 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, function is also defined. Function is defined, left hand limit exists, right hand limit exists, but they take different values. So it is going to be a
Jump discontinuity.
yeah, very good. It is a jump discontinuity. X is equal to 1 is a jump discontinuity of f of x, of the function f of x. Now let's discuss the third case. x greater than 1. So for all x, let's see, be a point in the interval x greater than 1, that is 1 to infinity. And in the interval x greater than 1, f of x is equal to 5. This is how they have defined in the question. So this implies f of c, whatever be the value of x, f of x is 5. Therefore, f of c is also 5. Also, limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to limit x tends to c. Our c is in the interval 1 to infinity. Therefore, f of x is defined to be 5 in that interval. So it is again equal to 5. Therefore, we can conclude that limit x tends to c, f of x is equal to f of c for all c in the interval 1 to infinity. So this implies f of x is continuous for all x greater than 1. So we have only one point of discontinuity, that is at x is equal to 1. This implies if you take the first case is x is equal to 0. In the question we are asked to check the continuity at 3 different points. First point, x is equal to 0. That means x belongs to minus infinity comma 1, in which f of x is continuous. That we have proved earlier. This is the first case from case 1. This follows automatically from case 1. And now the second case, second point. The second point given in the question is x is equal to 1. And from case 2, f of x is discontinuous. And the third case, the third point given in the question is x is equal to 2. So this implies it lies in the interval x is equal to 2, lies in the interval 1 to infinity. This is the third case where f of x is continuous. This is from case 3.